Yes, Bigfoot, what we saying, bro? What we saying, bro? Yes, Imran, what we saying, my boy? Pascal, afternoon, my bro. How are we doing, gentlemen? Yes, Matt. What we saying, lads? Yes, Josh. This is the position that we had this morning in today's pre-London. Pretty much what we was looking at with Vish. Yes, Eddie, what we saying, bro? My fucking people. Afternoon, man. Happy Friday. Happy end to the week. Legs are sore, I bet, bro. To be fair, I did a little bit of legs. Because I like doing a little, you know, when like let's just say your arms are hurting, right? Tricep or bicep. Whenever they're really aching, I don't know what it is, but I love to work out while they're bare aching and hurting. So that's why I did a little bit today. Bit sick, innit? Bit fucking weird, but yeah, no, looking on. We'll let a few man get in here, boys, and we start going through the charts. Today's not had too much movement. I mean, it makes sense, right? Because the market is very data dependent right now. Trading at airport, hopefully hit TP before takeoff. Lovely stuff, Matt, man. Where you going? Where you off to, bro? Where you off to, man? Ended up taking the GJ, obviously looking to target Asia higher, but price is just playing with the pride at high low. It is, man. It is. But I think, yeah, we haven't moved that much since this big impulsive move for any pair. EG a little bit different. EG's just been continuing so nice. We've wanted to come up on EG. Euro really shown its strength. That's what I think's difficult about GJ as well, because we can see through EG, and this is the problem about these markets right now, because again, there's no massive clear bias, which makes it 10 times harder, man. 10 times harder. But EG being bullish, which obviously has been very different to what we've had this week so far, is giving us a weaker pound. That's what's made GJ really have that war within the middle of Asia range, right? The reason why we stayed within this area, because that pound's not strong at all against anything. The yen's weak. The yen's weak and the pound's weak, right? So GJ is just inevitably just going to be pissing around, accumulating. Again, the market is very data driven. We don't have that much data coming up today. We do for the euro, hence why the euro is quite bullish, because we've had some bullish euro news in terms of France and Spain. Let me get those up now, man. Algarve. Where's that? Is that Portugal or something? Algarve. Golfing, man. Love that, man. Love that, man. What's the markets like? I've not looked since 8 AM. Hit TP just before the London session. Lovely stuff, man. Not moved, bro. Again, we had that sort of that pulmonary move in the morning, which for the pound was like the bullish move. For GU and EU, that first initial bullish move was just really just within the range. So again, we've only just cleared out the range on GU, haven't on EU. EU is the same. Had that first bullish move, and then we just sort of died down, right? We're just chilling out. But it looks like we can continue the move we've already had. And again, like I've been saying, I'm really bearish dollar, so I think we are going to continue that move to the upside. DTO could be a nice area for price to buy off. Friday 50 prices come to. Exactly what we want to see for the move up. We've probably got about... Let's just double check what news we actually do have, to be fair. No website better than Richess's, man. So in 18 minutes we got core PCE price index for May. I know Spanish was bearish. Well, retail sales year on year was bullish. That's mainly what matters. So retail sales year on year, bullish for France and Spain, which is obviously just inevitably bullish for the euro. Core PCE 17 minutes, personal spending 17 minutes, personal income 17 minutes, core PCE price index 17 minutes. So again, we're having all of that 1:30 news coming out from America. Michigan consumer sentiment is kind of affects hour and a half or hour and 47. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So we said that US dollar news does, but I feel like EU and GU buys are really nice New York session. Realistically, the continuations really. EU obviously a lot nicer, having that stronger euro. Coming back to those trades we had a couple of weeks ago when EU was really nice. I'm hoping for similar trades. Maybe sweep London low. We've seen London low get swept quite a lot. I feel like there's definitely a possibility of us coming to take that. Possibly coming to the DTO, not for definite. We do have breaker blocks down to the downside, so I feel like we're inevitably going to miss some form of fair value here. If we're going at 15, yeah, we can see these candles here, right? How these candles lay up show we probably won't have a move deep into an OTE, into the nicest level. We've had close above, close above, close above for about 3 candles after the main 3. So realistically, I'm cancelling out this fair value. I feel like we can come out at any point, to be really honest, man. We can come up at any point now. It looks like we're having a really insane rejection there. We'll see how that moves. See if it gets the closure. I mean, we haven't got that much length long in this candle actually. Just stay on my mind. Fucking hell, we're trading high here. I might as well jump on TikTok now. What are you saying, Chris? But yeah, I feel like GJ's just going to continue that move up though, man. GJ does look nice. The yen's weak. It's if that pound's got the strength, man. No, again, very data dependent. We don't have any data for the pound today. If this doesn't close with us with a fair value, then I'm not lacking that one bit. Stay on. Would big imbalances on a low time frame like U1 just show count as a breakaway gap, or would you say breakaway gaps are solely high time frame? No, so they could be lower as well. I mean, the market's a fractal, right? So whatever happens on a higher can happen on a lower. But realistically, when we have areas like this, let's just say this. I mean, you've got one here as well. I mean, again, everything works better on a higher time frame. Just depends if we're going to start moving up. If so, then yeah, this comes to the breakaway perfectly. But realistically, right, we had 1, 2, 3, 4 candles closed above the previous candle, which realistically shows more time that this fair value gap is not going to be the fair value that it comes to, the lowest one. So again, let's double check and see if we can see it. It happens more time in the higher, right? Everything happens in the higher. Lower time frame shit occurs as well, but it's never as strong. It looks like we are going to start having this move up though on the UGU. Would big imbalances on... Oh, it's the exact same thing. But again, EU, realistically bullish, bro. I mean, I can't be bearish with it. I'm bearish dollar, strong euro. So in terms of EU, I'd say your best bets are definitely longs. Whether price is going to move from here or not, I'm not sure. Could come lower. I feel like there is definitely areas where it could come to. London low, we swept many times, but it's close above. And then it's possible fair value gap being formed here is definitely what I'm looking at. In some longs right now, let's see how we do. Lovely stuff, AK. What are you aiming for, bro? What are you aiming for? Our GJ's running fucking beautifully. Let's just continue that one up. Again, that's like, what, 4.3? That's a nice trade on a Friday. Let's hope that yen just continues that bearishness and then the pound can somewhat come out on top. Let's see what he can do. Yeah, what are you aiming for, bro? I was looking for that 15-minute fair value gap just below DTO. That's what I'm saying. The DTO, it looks nice for price to come down to, but in terms of that breakaway, it makes sense for it not to. Is it EU we're looking at? Let me go back to EU. What time frame are we looking on? Yes, Vishal, what we saying, bro? Did you stick in GJ? What you saying on GJ? Was you still in there? We stick on a 15. Close above, close above. This candle we don't want to see close above. Realistically, we want to start seeing rejection. So the way we've got this move here, pushing this higher with this many bullish candles, I'll be honest, it's got a low chance of coming back down to the lowest point. But the thing is that I do like coming back down to it is that DTO. I do still want to see it come and take London's low. I feel like that's quite important for price. We did come below that Friday 50, which is great, but again, we do want to see other levels. On a Friday, you want to see more levels be taken as well, really. Because realistically, got the 2R and dipped. Yeah, lovely stuff, man. Easy, out of there. I feel like on a Friday, again, you just want more confirmations. If you do trade Fridays, I personally don't, but if you do, then I'd say you definitely need to have a bit more of a... I'd say some more confidences. Friday's a very manipulative day. Low volume, high manipulation, which is... It could be a pain in the arse. Buy their dips unless there's a big structural change on dollar. I'd say, what are you telling it? What, say, like buy EU, GU type shit. I think we might need a more in-depth video about breakaway gaps. Absolutely fine, bro. For sure. I target static 2R with scalings. I let my second position run to external range liquidity. Lovely stuff, bro. Simple on a Friday as well. If FX market was open on weekends, I'd trade it. I know you would. I would as well, bro. I wouldn't stop trading. I'd stream every day and I wouldn't stop trading. Do you trade Mondays? It's not a day I've taken out, Mo. Like Friday, I've completely taken out. Monday, I've not taken it out, but for me, it is a day of preparation. If something comes up that is insanely nice, textbook, I've got a fundamental bias with it, I'll take it. But for it to have already a decent fundamental bias at the start, bang at the start of the week, is pretty unlikely in these markets, right? I feel like the markets are change bias every week, sometimes more than once a week. So it's difficult for Monday. Monday, you need to you want to be prepared, right? I've got the buy. I've been in with the bias pretty much the whole time this year, but I've placed barely any trades just because the bias change constantly, and it has been difficult. Let's break these highs on GJ, and then GJ could probably come to the Asia high. Not a small trade either. We're looking at probably about 40 to 50 pip, or 57 pips, pretty much. EU and GU, I think we're going to start moving off now. We've got our pound bullishness as well. But yeah, the detail is probably the only thing I would have said that it probably could have come back down to that gap there. But again, the breakaway gap just makes me feel like it's not going to come that deep. But the reason why, the thing behind it, right, in terms of an actual an actual sort of orders outlook, is you got to think, if the market pushes up this much, that means there's a lot of buying going on, right? Maybe people taking off their sells, but we're focused on the buying really right now, right? If we've got a load of people buying, and then again they want to manipulate the market to get sellers in the market, they're going to have to sell the market as well. So that's why we really have these two massive candles here. Not here, but this big bearish candle after all of these bullish ones. This is where the sellers get put into the market. They want to take off as many orders as possible. They don't want to go into too much drawdown, right? Sorry, let me go back. They don't want to go in too much drawdown. So if they've got all these buyers, not drawdown, but all their prof, because they're buying, buying, and then selling because they need people to sell to, right? They need more sellers in the market. They can't just be buyers. It's a zero-sum game, right? So there needs to be buyers and there needs to be sellers. And yeah, we put in sell orders, and now some of these buyers are in drawdown. All of these buyers, these ones are doing alright. They'll come, and then they'll come back down and they'll continue up. But you got to bear in mind, if they come all the way back down here, there's going to be a lot of orders that will be in drawdown, right? More than 50%. Because I mean, bearing in mind, we're looking at what? Let's get the fib out. 7.9. That's about 7.9. So we're looking for like an 80% move of what we already have. So a lot of these orders are going to be down quite a lot, right? Can I do this if I get rid of my indicators? So that's sort of the theory behind it, right? Is that in terms of it, when we talk about the big money move, the smart money move, the hedge funds, the big banks, etc. When we look at their orders, that's what it comes from, breakaway gaps. So they don't want to see all their positions in massive drawdowns, right? It happens in these, but this is what you want to look out for when you see a lot of candles, more than 3, preferably more than 3. Well, not just that, but it's the closes above. But I'll do another video on it if need. Do you trade Mondays? But yeah, coming back to Mondays, I don't not trade them. Like, it's not out of my plan. Like, I trade Monday through Thursday, but there's got to be a really nice position for me on Monday. Textbook, which textbook does not really come on Mondays. You get a lot of rebalances of portfolios and stuff, so you do see it sometimes not even being trend. But again, in these markets, preparation is key, right? So I'd rather take that Monday just to prepare for the rest of the week. I say it's difficult. You can prepare on, say, Sunday and that. But you know, you want actual. For me, I want actual market price action, and I want people to be in the market before I'm in the market. Do you know what I mean? Yes, Tommy, what you saying, bro? She speaks my language. My position booming right now moves my. Oh. Move my stops to BE. Let's hope we don't get tagged out before I push up. What's your background settings, bro? What, for my candles? For the candles, or... What is it for, so user? News in 4 minutes. Yeah, we've got the USD news. Does ACG have new rules for challenges? Did you see something about it? Did you see something about it? Mine's just solid white, bro. Are you talking about the like the watermark and all that stuff? Like the watermark. This is just from my indicator. If that's what you was asking, bro. Let's have a look. Let's go on there. They would have posted something on socials. Where did you see it? Sorry, Kado. No, I was just wondering, bro. No, I don't think they do, man. Should be the same. Not that I know of. And I do have a few of their challenges, and they haven't changed. I've not seen any rules that I've failed on that have changed. Yeah. Bro, wait, am I retarded? I forgot I can't say that. Am I, like, why does shit keep flying into my window, bro? I don't know if you man can ever hear that. I don't know, you probably can't, and it's just quite quiet, but it's loud for me, bro. I can hear flies just flying into my window, bro. Are you man alright, man? You've got so much space, bruv. I can't even tell you how much room you have in this world. And you fly into my window constantly. Probably kills you. You're probably dead. Like, you know what I mean? It actually probably does kill him. That's a fly, mate. That's what you on about. Violation warning. Fuck, mate. Call the fly a retard. Now I'm getting banned. That's actually such a joke. Try the lemon and cloves hack, mate. Well, what's that, sis? Do you think next week will be short bias? For what? What's that for, user? For the dollar? I reckon, I mean, again, there's not much really coming out for the rest of the day now. So we've got this US dollar news in about 15 seconds. Let's wait for that to come out just so we get a bit more info on it. For both Euro USD, GBP USD, I'd say bullish, bro, really, against the dollar. It depends if the dollar needs good news right now. Again, the dollar's down for the last 4 weeks. Not 4 weeks, 4 sessions it's been down. Like pretty much 4 trading days. This whole week it's been down so much. Holy shit. Fucking hell. See ya. How did those come out? Boys, by the way, for any of your newses, man, you're on the fucking website. Just get on the website. You ain't got to worry about anything else. Just get on the website. I actually forgot how sick R1 was. I actually wasn't using it until like I saw today. I'm not even gonna lie to you, man, innit? So core PC come out bullish. Personal spending's down. Personal income's down. That's not good for the labour side of stuff. So that is probably going to hike inflation as well, especially personal income, minus 0.4%. That's shit. Core PC price index come out alright though. Again, yeah, core PC price was calm. But fucking hell, personal spending, personal income, that's awful coming down. Got 11.5. Put some cloves into the lemon place or at. Cut 11.5. Push them cloves into the lemon place at a window. Keeps flies out. That's mad. When you say cloves, do you mean like garlic? I'm assuming. Darling. Bloomberg saying China and US have 10 deals on the way. Fuck you know. 10 deals. Jesus. Jesus. They're not fucking around at all, man, are they? You've got a flash goal. What the fuck is that? See how this does then, I'd say. We'll see how this does. He's pushing up so high. It's just coming to that external now. Very bearish for the dollar. But AG though, it looks like Euro's a lot more bullish, yeah. Oh, GJ's sort of not doing the best. Yeah, it's bullish Euro. It's making the pound quite kind of weak. It's making the dollar kind of weak as well. Would you say Euro USD is a good start for a day trader? Yeah, definitely, bro. Oh, you actually mean clothes? No, you mean wrap a lemon in a pair of pants and put it by your window. What do you mean clothes? Actual clothes. Clothes. What the fuck do you mean, Sesame? What are clothes? Clove. Black cloves. What are black cloves? They're used for tooth pain too. Black cloves. Oh, these little things. Why would he go ask his mum? Just tell him what you are. What the fuck are they? Oh, black cloves. I mean, look, we're moving perfect. Absolutely perfect. EG's moving nice, EU's moving nice, GU's coming up now. Just want to see GJ continue up now. Look how cumulative that is, man, that's crazy. Thoughts on oil? It's difficult at the moment, bro. It depends what really goes on with the war, you know? It definitely depends what goes on with Iran and US. They're meeting next week. I'm not too sure when, but they are meeting next week. I think the minister of Iran and then Trump. So I don't know, man. It massively depends. I don't know. It depends on what unfolds in the next week or so. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, I mean, the pound's got nothing that's making it strong, boys. Bearing in mind, the pound's literally got nothing that's making it strong. Nothing. Yes, Colts, what are you saying, bro? Colts. I keep doing that, bro. I'm just going to call you Colts, innit? It's a cold name, to be fair, man. We're going to have to firm that one, Clips. What's your GBP USD? Nah, nothing on GU, man. I'll be honest. The pound's weak, dollar's weak, so we don't want to trade it really. Euro strong, dollar's weak. That's what you want to be trading. Want to be trading that EU. Colts, bro. That's crazy, man. My bad. What is this? What do you mean? What is this, bro? What do you mean, brother? In terms of the pound, though, I feel like we are stronger than the dollar. We've got to bear that in mind. This monthly price action has been mad, almost losing my phase two. What have you been trading, Philip? Your name's Philip Ezekiel. EU and GU. It's been a tough one, but realistic, it has been a tough one. In terms of this month, though, I feel like there was a period in the middle of the month where I think the bias for EU was clear. Oh fucking hell! A strong euro, weak dollar. All right, that's what we've been having. The first week of this month was a bit shite. The first couple weeks were a bit shite. And then the next 2 weeks were lovely. It's more for the euro, you know. Euro bias has been nice. I think the dollar's been a bit flaky. It's been difficult, right? Because we got shit data coming from the US. The only thing that's great from the US is the labour stuff. And even what we just got out today was pretty shit for the labour side. So that's why I feel like it was quite bullish for EU-GU and quite bearish for the dollar, because we haven't had that great dollar news. And the only thing good was labour, and then we get some shit labour news. So I feel like that definitely has a part to play. We'll see what it does now. We're probably going to start seeing a rebalance. We're still 16% up for the day, GJ. We'll see if that comes up for that 60 pip move. In terms of external, there's nothing else we can even aim for. GJ's so strong. Yen's bearish. Especially safe havens getting flown away. How do we know safe havens don't want to get bought in? Gold's going down and bond yields are going up. When bond yields go up, boys, okay, what that pretty much mean is that bond prices are coming down. Bond prices coming down, it means the government are trying to entice, obviously, people to buy bonds, right? If they're not buying bonds, government can't borrow money. So again, it kind of holds up the economy. But it takes the money away from the safe assets. So the reason why we're seeing stocks and equities go up, like NAS 100, US 30, FTSE, JER 30, is just because bonds are going down, right? We can actually see that transition from the stocks and bonds market away from safer assets and more into a bit more risk-on assets. Equities are definitely strong today. FTSE's up 0.25%, JER 30's up near enough 0.5%. US 30 up 0.35%. Same for NAS. Oil is still chilling around the $65 mark. We've not seen that really fluctuate since. I feel like next week we're going to get a bit more news on that, especially with the Trump and I don't even know the fella's name, to be honest. How do you know it's at a bottom of a PO3 before going up? By what it's already done, bro. Power 3 obviously refers to AMD, right? The way I more look at it from the Courtney theory perspective. So I look at it from this perspective, AMDX, right? The AMDX, this refers to the 4 heavy liquidity trading days of the week, which is obviously Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. We don't trade Fridays. We're not homo. So again, what I normally said about, I mean, obviously, where do we want to trade in this, right? Where do we want to trade? Where does our trade want to be? If we are trading whatever, London session, New York liquidity, where do we want to be in, right? We either could be in the accumulation, the manipulation, the distro, or the continuation / reversal. Where do we want to be? Where do we really want to be? We want to be in this phase here, right? And this is a good reason why I don't trade Mondays heavily. Let me write XAMD as well, because the two ones it could be is either XAMD or AMDX. Okay, this could happen Monday, or this could happen, again, you can see where it has the flip, where we have the continuation or reversal on Monday, accumulation Tuesday, Wednesday we have the manipulation, and then we have the distro Thursday. So the way we and again we want to either be here or here. This is why sometimes Monday can give a trade because we can have this theory, but realistically, some more time not right. So let me just get rid of that. We know we want to be trading here, and this is what I say is key about Monday and well, mainly Monday. This is what's key about Monday. If you know if it was an accumulation, then you know it's going to be AMDX for the week. If you know it was a continuation or reversal on Monday, you know it's going to be an XAMD week, right? So that's the way you sort of dictate what price is going to do. And obviously, how do we choose where price is going to go in terms of that distro and that reversal? It's really based off fundamentals for me. I base that bias from fundamentals, but then the power of 3 sort of gives me the actual schematic to see wherever the accumulation, where the manipulation is, where the distro is, where the continuation is. I did catch a short half hour ago, but I hear him on longs. Who was on longs? Can you check DXY? Thoughts on EU, GU and EU sells? Nah, I'd say more longs, bro. I'm favouring, I mean, we've already had a big move to the upside, but GU and EU, pound, I mean, I don't want to say the pound's strong, but again, these are dollar-driven markets right now, right, boys? They're dollar-driven. So is the dollar bullish or is the dollar weak? If the dollar's bullish, EU and G is going to be weak. If the dollar's bearish, EU and G is going to be strong, right? These markets are dollar-driven. So whatever the dollar's doing, we can do the opposite on EU, GU, right? Dollar's got the biggest economy. It's got everything affecting it right now. It's got wars that obviously have them involved. And loads of other stuff, right? Tariffs, which is huge. So much stuff. So again, it depends on where the dollar's going. Where's the dollar going? The dollar's been going down for a bit now, for the last like 4 trading days. So what side are we favouring? Again, no massive good data has been coming out. Labour maybe, but then as soon as we had the news come out today, pretty much come out pretty negative for the labour market. In terms of labour, we had personal income drop by dropped by 0.4. Personal spending dropped by 0.4. Forecast was in the positives. Forecast for personal income was to come down, but it came down way below than expected. Exact same for personal spending. So yeah, it's hard to find a bullish note from the dollar. Again, tariffs is what's making the dollar a bit more uncertain. The thing is as well, bearing in mind, we're seeing gold go down and we're seeing dollar go down. That normally doesn't happen. For me, what that signals is, one, we're not going towards safe assets because we're selling gold, and that goes the same for the bond market. So I know we're not going for safe assets. The dollar's going down based off data. So where's the money getting pushed to? We've seen equities do quite well at the moment, especially when there's potential rate cut decisions. This is why we're seeing equities do insane as well. I feel like it's not set in stone that we're going to have a cut, but again, Waller thinks we're going to have a cut, or says we should have a cut. And I'm pretty sure the other Fed members said the same thing as well. And it makes sense in terms of data. Again, inflation come out higher, growth come out lower. Final GDP come out lower for the quarter. The second quarter for the US in general, they were down about, I think the dollar's down about 7%. Again, though, it's not a massive problem that the dollar's weak. That doesn't really change anything in the economy because, again, even if you have a really strong currency, that could be bad for capital inflows, or it could be bad for in terms of imports and exports, really. Because, again, everything becomes dearer to other countries. In terms of... what was I going to say? I was going to say something. Oh, I didn't get those. Oh, yeah, we had notes from the Euro again yesterday. 7:30. Can I get those notes? Here we go. So we obviously had that Lagarde speech last night. So moderate growth in it. And again, what I was saying, sorry, that's what I was going to say. So stagflation possibly in the EU as well. We've seen inflation come higher and we've seen growth come lower in the US, which obviously does signal stagflation, which is pretty much a hold up in the economy, which is quite shit. And to be honest, it does show that interest rate cuts could be quite beneficial for the Fed. Bearing in mind, inflation's pretty high, but I mean, more time if inflation's high, you want to hike interest rates, but growth is very low. When growth is low, it does signal that you do need a cut in the economy. So, bro, I don't know, man. I need some more info, do you know what I mean? That's why I feel like next week, we're going to start getting some more info. What's the date Monday? Is it the 1st? Because it... No, it can't be the 1st. Is it the 30th? Oh, no, it is. Oh, no, yeah, it's the 30th, yeah. Okay. So again, Tuesday's a brand new month as well, so we might not even have a great week next month because we might have we got the... Oh, I mean, yeah, we got the fucking tariff as well. Fuck. Boys. Easy money, full TP, Friday higher, close 90% prof. Mace, I just made 7k EU long on the news. Let's fucking go. You're an absolute gambler. I love it. It was lovely though, to be fair. The bullish on EU was lovely. Again, that's the bias you want to ride with at the moment. That's what I've been riding with. It's treated me quite well for the last couple of months. That euro. Again, we've seen a lot of economists also look at a really bullish EU, like price coming to like 1.2 mark. Which again, we're only at 1.17, so we're looking at another pretty much three cents. Or would that be three? What the fuck are the small euros called? It only gets to €1. What's below €1? What the fuck is? What is that? What is that? What is less than €1 in euros? Well, what the fuck? Oh, there's still cents. Oh, there's still cents. Okay, that makes sense. That's easier than I thought. Yeah, so pretty much another 3 cents, pretty much, to a dollar. So you're looking at quite a stronger euro. Cent. Don't laugh at me, Shane. You know, fuck. Surprisingly, AU and NU been moving decent today. Where have they been moving? To the upside. AUD USD. Downside initially. Thanks, Stu. No, not for me, Cess. Shane even. Once it says. Right, we said this GJ does. This GJ is still moving nice. We'll see if we can have that final move up. Right, come on, well out of picture. Still going to use, it's actually going mental. It's actually going crazy. He's going mad, bro. So you're going for that Friday high. No, I'm not trading GU, bro. Okay, yeah. Yeah, no, that was heavy, man. That was so bearish dollar, really. That's why. It was very bearish dollar. We're probably going to see it now come for those that external low there, the Friday low. We've got some nice liquidity that was built up around here. So that move down could definitely start happening now. And again, that's EU going to take the externals, taking a Friday high. And then that's the same for E. Well, let's see if EU can push up there really. GJ's for first again. It's having a fucking hard time, GJ. EG's moving up crazy. Fucking hell. Look at it that day for EG. If you was in EG buyers, mate, you'd be absolutely laughing. The thing is, he just didn't come back down to the DTO for the day. He just didn't come back down for that. Which is really where you would have wanted to get in. Gold sales, I wouldn't say they're bad positions. I feel like we saw a lot of people panic sell gold as well, because gold didn't massively come up when a lot of stuff was happening. It didn't. Love that. Friday high got took. That's actually a mad day for EG, to be honest. Fucking hell. Nice reaction from that Fair Valley. What are we looking at? What pair, Shane? Order block on a 1 hour. What GU are we looking at? GU's the one I wouldn't really be looking at. EU, I mean, EU's already too high, way too high for me to do anything with. Fucking hell. On DXY. What time frame are we looking at? Oh, what, this here? From yesterday's search. I've been looking at charts less when I'm in a trade. I feel like I'm getting good at this slide. Yeah, nice, bro. I'll be honest, that is so key, innit? Not being on the charts. Obviously, what I do, right? This is what I do. This bare helps me, innit? I'll be honest. My mind's gone blank. So first thing I do is if I've got a trade placed, I'll trade from 7 till 10. So I'll place my trade. And then the first thing I'll go do is I'll go downstairs and I'll just start working out. And I'll just ignore the trade I've got on. Listen to Bloomberg, listen to the news, just stay in the loop of the markets. Yeah, and I'd say from there, bro, it honestly just takes my full mind off of it. I'm so focused on something else. And I might be TP by that time. If I'm not, obviously at that point I'll go walk the dog, I'll make breakfast, so I'd either have my oats and my nana, or I'm having my eggs and my whatever, my feta. Now walk the dog, come back, I should be TP'd really by that time. More time I am. If I'm not, I'll probably have to close my trade because of news, because we're getting a bit closer to New York session where we're gonna probably have a bit of high impact. Depends on the day, of course. Mace, exit price for EG. Now, bro, fucking EG's already pushed up to the Friday high. All external's been swept. For me, I'd say you get out whenever, bro. I don't know where price is going to come up to. I don't know if it's going to start crashing down. The pound's not strong, euro is. But that is signalling a bit more of a flip in the market to what we've had for the past like sort of week. I'll just be careful, man. I'll get out as soon as possible. Really. That's what I literally do, just go gym and then bun a fat one. That's it, bro. That's the one. Just get your mind off the charts. There's no need to be on the charts. You're not going to change anything. And if you do change something, then you're fucking yourself, fucking your strategy, and you're just going against stuff. So you can't do anything. So you literally might as well just firm it and do something else. Because the reason why we look at the markets is so we can place a trade. There's no point in looking at our trade once placed. We look at the markets to place a trade, right? It's just pointless. Go do something else. Go do anything, man. Do you know what I mean? Take your mind off it. I know it's difficult. I know it's harder said than done. Trust me, I know. But once you're in that rhythm, you probably won't come out of it. You know? My target's 4-hour CRT high. Is it this CRT you was looking at, yeah? The 4-hour CRT. I think it's the daily CRT I've got here. Oh yeah, but we pushed lower, so this is invalid. What are you aiming for? 4 hour CRT high? You got me confused, bro. AG's already pushed up bears. Would have took the 4 hour highs. Yeah, I'll get out. Are you in a trade, Henok? You got me tripping balls, Henok, bro. Ends in a 15-minute IFVG. Nice. But I'd keep it in for your target, bro, of course. In terms of news, the next news we got, I think it's at like 3 anyways. Yeah, it's at 3. That's pretty sick. GJ just absolutely taking the piss, bro. Jesus. Jesus. Let's get our Bloomy on.
Shift. Those developments are giving equities a boost. The S&P 500 on the verge of setting a record.
Yeah, S&P's nearly at record highs.
Yesterday, but couldn't break through. Plus, Nike posts a turnaround that's building momentum. CEO Elliott Hill sees a clear path to recovery ahead. Hey, I know this is a story.
That's the highest of all time. S&P's about to make a new high. Fucking hell, Nike's up 11% pre-market. Still got half an hour to open. Man, them shoes are fucking horrible, man. Man, I wouldn't put them on a frog, bro.
Trade agreements could be wrapped up by Labor Day, which is considerably later than the 9th of July. For the latest, we're joined by Bloomberg's Washington correspondent Tyler
Trade
Carroll.
push good. Wrap up Labor Day.
Pulling all these threads together, Tyler, are we getting a clearer picture of what a tariff could look like?
Yeah, good morning. Well, there's a few different things that we have to keep in mind here. One, when it comes to China, it took them a little over 2 weeks just to codify the terms of the talks that took place in London. And as our analysts at Bloomberg Economics say, this isn't necessarily a strategic
Do you think GA hits Friday?
the talks going. Of course, at the center of those talks were
It's
allegations by the
definitely.
United States that Beijing had been slow walking these
It looks really nice, to be fair.
to rare earth.
It does look really nice.
China's Commerce Ministry earlier today
Can it grab the high though? Man, I don't think so. Just off the pound being as weak as it is, I think they're gonna find it hard. I think you're gonna find the pound really difficult to get to that high. It's just the same with like GJ, man. Like we're not moving, and that's just blatantly because the pound's just not strong. That's what's making it hard to long the pound, you know. Rainy days ahead. Really? Rainy days ahead.
South America as sort of a template, and that we could see first, and then we could see perhaps that deadline brought it out for some additional ones that would follow those guidelines.
Well, Tyler, I want to go back to China because it's interesting hearing you speak, reading our coverage, and listening, of course, to the administration officials involved. It seems like with China specifically, there's a lot of focus on these non-trade barriers, rare earths, for example, rather than the actual tariff levels themselves.
Right, exactly. And that's something that the administration has really tried to hone in on. Though we should say that when we are looking at what a potential broader deal with Beijing looks like, we've heard from the
2-6
President
Bears.
Scott Bessent before that perhaps we could use the Phase 1 China trade deal enacted under the first Trump administration as sort of a template when it comes to purchase orders, for example, and boosting U.S. ag exports into China. He's actually previously floated that maybe there would be some sort of catch-up provision under a new deal in order to hold Beijing accountable to the levels that were initially struck under the Phase 1 agreement. So we're going to have to wait and see how this actually does end up evolving, because at the moment they just got these issues around the critical mineral export licenses done. So we're going to have to see if we can get any sort of more tangible progress here. And also quickly leave you with, of course,
You got too much this weekend, bro. Sorry, I didn't even see that. Yeah, man. Today probably gonna go talk golf with a few of the boys I ain't seen in a few years. Man, I ain't seen some of my brethren in years, boys. I ain't gonna lie. Probably see some of my brethren I ain't seen in a while. Playing golf tomorrow morning. And then bake off for the rest of the weekend, boys. Man, bake off. Chill out, relax. Probably read a little. Probably work out a bit more. Do the same shit.
10.5% in the free market, down 32% through yesterday's close over the past year. But let's talk about what we heard yesterday.
And then continue.
That its sales slump has finally bottomed. CEO Elliott Hill saying there is quote,
Are you in a trade for it, Shane, or are you just speculating, GA?
we have Bloomberg Intelligence senior retail analyst Kunan Boyle. So Kunan, yesterday you told us that we could be seeing the turning point in the turnaround, and taking a look at what we heard last night and the reaction this morning, it seems like it might actually be here.
Yeah, absolutely. Look, the numbers aren't great when you look at them on their own, right?
I didn't take GJ, bro. I don't trade Fridays, but this is what we had in pre-London this morning. Boys, by the way, if you don't know, I stream 6:30 in the morning till 8:30 to the members every single day, and then on Friday I do one for just the YouTube, innit? Sorry, just for the free Discord, like the whole community. So boys, make sure you're in the Discord, especially on Fridays, because I do a call like every time, and we get prepared for the markets on Friday. And this is what he was able to come up with. This is what Vishal was really looking at. But it's just Asia sweet, bro. Alright, the few things we had in there. Let's just go all the way back. Let's go back, because there's not much going on in the markets right now. So we might as well break down the trade. I'm probably going to jump off in about about 20 odd minutes anyway. So let's just break down the trade. So first things first, right? Let's go into replay mode just so we can get a gist of what happened for the day. So again, right now the yen's quite bearish, right? The yen's quite bearish, especially the pound's been nicely bullish for the last few days. So we're sort of a bit more bullish pound than we are yen. So buys is what we've really been looking at. There were some buyer positions here that I think Vishal got in, and we're just looking for the continuation of that. As we can see, we had a pretty shit Asia session for GJ, really pushed to the downside. But what I liked about this was the way that we come to that Friday 50. We took Friday high, and then we come back down to the Friday 50, and that signals that we're going to start moving up, or a good chance, should I say. So we just want a few more other bits to align. So one, Asia liquidity. Let's just move price on. Well, okay, I did not mean to do that. Let's go back here. This is Asia liquidity getting swept, right? So we swept that low. Two lovely, beautiful liquidity points again. The low was made at 305. Liquidity been pretty much been just chilling there the whole. Did we not commentate this low? I was gonna say, bro, what the fuck? So yeah, we commented that low. Now we're looking for a 5-minute trade through because again, in terms of time frame alignment, why am I using the 5-minute? Great question, you fucker. Time frame alignment. If I take 4-hour liquidity, I'm looking for 5-minute structure. Same thing with a weekly. Sorry, daily. Get ahead of myself. Daily, I look at a 15-minute for structure. Weekly, I look at a 1-hour for structure. And then monthly liquidity, I look at a 4-hour for structure, right? And then it comes back on itself. So we took Asia low, okay, which is pretty much 4-hour liquidity. Why? Because we're pretty much looking at the 6 a.m. to the 2 a.m. candle. 2 a.m. to 6 a.m., sorry. So that's a bit weird. But so I essentially want to see 5-minute structure, right? So I want to see the 5-minute trade through. Wait for price to come and trade through to the upside. Boom, we have a closure above. What I want to see now is a form of the 5-minute. We had a form of the 5-minute here, which is perfect. Just longs off that, bro. Just long straight off that bitch. I mean, I normally go 50%, but I think this was the position we was looking at. No, it must have been off the middle. Sorry. Off the middle, round the TP to the nearest number, so I don't want 13.4 pips, I want 14. I'd rather be safe than sorry. Spread's obviously taken into account. Aim for the high on GJ, we're looking at 56.7 pips. Quite a lot to aim for, especially on a Friday with low volume, a bit more volatility. But then we got ended pretty much straight away, and then we saw price obviously distro all the way to the upside. I was on call from 6:30 to 8:30 this morning, boys. This trade come in at just bang on 8 o'clock. So yeah, we did actually have this live in that Discord call. So boys, get the fuck in, man. They're literally free. You haven't got to pay a thing. Well, if you want to join on Friday, that is, of course. But now we're seeing GJ just pretty much trickle around in, not entry, but pretty much just sit around 2R in profit. It's not really doing too much. But again, like what I said, it was a big ask for a Friday. Again, like, we asked for what? Near 57 pips pretty much. But yeah, that's pretty much why we got in this trade, bro. This morning. Can the free members also join the pre-London stream? You can, bro, but only the Fridays. For the other ones in the week, you gotta be a member. I mean, boys, think you're getting 2 hours of the market. You're getting 2 hours preparation every single day. Well, not preparation. You get like 30 minutes preparation, and then hour and a half of me during London session. How to become a member? Just on the website, Cameron. If you go on your lovely phone device, bro, just go on Rich SFX. Type up Rich SFX. Right at the top. We've got a full course on our website, but it's actually fully worked through the course. Go to mentorship, it's just all in there. There's that link there, that's Stucilling. Copy and paste that to your web browser. But yeah, boys, literally, you got to pay monthly, so don't worry about fucking chucking in a few £100 for a mentorship. It's literally monthly, so if you don't like it, feel free to cancel after the first month. But yeah, what you get with that is obviously that full course of all of our concepts broken down, section by section, video by video. with also tests alongside. I'll be honest, if you work through that website, that course is structured so well. We got that course structured like an actual school course. So once you work through that, man, I'll be honest, you know exactly how we trade, the strategy, each and every concept, structure, liquidity, trading plan, everything. And then again, like what I said, you get a call every day in the morning with me, so we trade the live markets together, right? How much to be a member, bro? It's £48 a month, man. That's including that, by the way, boys. Did you take anything EU? Nah, bro. No, I don't trade Fridays. EU buys are really nice. I wouldn't say GJ buys. Pound was bearish this morning, so did have to move to the downside. He did take the buy side liquidity, but I don't know if there was a trade there. Could have been. But the euro being a lot stronger, I would say that pound is definitely much stronger there. I had to exit EG, price reached, daily order block. See, that's perfect, bro. EG's higher. That's all you needed, man. Terrible PA, I agree, man. In terms of entry, it's very difficult to get yourself in. Bias, I feel like makes sense. It's got a bit more confusing this week because there's a bit more shit that's gone on. And I would like some more data for the US to see if we are going to have a cut of interest rates or if we're going to pause or hike. I mean, probably not going to hike, but pause or cut. I think that's quite important. And again, we've got the decision coming up this month as well. So July is going to be a very, very important month in terms of actually getting an understanding of where the market's at. We've got a pause of the tariffs being lifted. So again, we can see in terms of the tariffs where the market's going to go and which economy is mainly going to benefit from that. Looks like China's got some deals they're making with the US. Euro needs to make up some before the 8th, otherwise it's going to be pretty peak for the euro. And again, we saw what he'd done to a lot of the stocks over there, which did heavily affect the euro. It did fuck up the GER30 for a little bit. Again, we had companies like Volkswagen getting fucked. They got royally done in. And again, that's one of the biggest. Pretty much the biggest company in Germany. And Germany's obviously the biggest economy within the eurozone. Trump's still putting the pressure on Powell for the cut low, called him stupid and shit again. Weiler said that he wants him to cut as well. But yeah, we'll see what GJ does for the rest of the day. Right, boys, I'm going to jump off, man, because I'm not going to lie, so what? And I need to get outside. It's Friday, man. I'm chilling. I ain't even got a fucking trade for today. So I'm about to dusk out. But you, man... again, don't place anything stupid for us today. We've got a little bit of US news later on about 3, and that the New York Stock Exchange open in about 15 minutes is really going to move price. Definitely going to move equities. Definitely going to move stocks. So we'll see what it does to the dollar and stuff like that. Could make the dollar quite weak or strong. We'll see. But yeah, we're not doing much today, boys. So I say fucking get off for the weekend. We come back Monday, get some more trades in, reevaluate the week, and then fucking leave it there. But boys, if you are interested in mentorship, boys, drop me a message, man. If you've got any questions, drop me a message. We can jump on a little call if you want. I'm going to be baking off for the rest of the day now. But yeah, you, man. You love you all, man. TikTok, shush. Fuck them, man, on TikTok, innit, boys? I'm joking. GJ's look very nice now. I switched off. But yeah, you, man. Love you all. Have a good weekend. And I'll see you, man, on the fucking...